This is the all-time favorite question of many interviewers. As you can see, this question was repeatedly asked many times in the interview. So this question was asked in Sintel, TCS, Signity, and it was also asked in AMCAT format and many other companies repeatedly. A fruit seller had some apples. He sells 40% apples and still has 420 apples. Originally, he had how many apples? The question is very simple. A fruit seller had some apples. How many apples he had do we know? We don't know. Since the data is given in terms of percentage, we can use the concept of percentages. So anything we don't know in terms of percentage or the total value, we will always consider as 100%. Let's assume total he had 100% apples. 100% apples. Out of 100%, he sells how much? He sells 40%. Out of 100%, he sells 40% means after selling 40%, he selling means we have to subtract, remaining is 60% of apples. Remaining is how much? 60% of apples. Now, please understand, according to percentage or in terms of percentage, he left with 60% apples after selling 40% apples. In question they are telling, after selling 40% apples, he still has or he left with 420 apples. In terms of percentage, he still has 60% apples. In terms of numbers, he still has 420 apples. So that clearly tells that the 60% is 420. And in question they are asking, originally he had how many apples? Originally means initially. Initially means before he sell. Total he had how many apples? Total he had 100% apples. So in question what they are asking, it is very simple. If 60% is 420, 100% is how much? So that is what they are asking in the question. I will repeat, in question what they are asking, if 60% is 420, 100% is how much? Let us take it as x. Afterwards what you will do? Your school level mathematics which you already know, you can do cross multiplication, right? So let's do cross multiplication. So we will do cross multiplication. 60 into x should be equal to 420 into 100. Now x I will retain here. This 60 I will bring it to RHS. When I bring it to RHS, 60 is getting multiplied here. So it will get divided. It will comes to denominator. Okay. 0, 0 we can cancel. Dot means multiplication. Okay. 6 ones are 6 sevens are 42. So 7 into 100. So final answer what we are getting here is x is equal to 700. Which means originally there were 700 apples. Option D is the right answer. Guys, this is one of the way of solving this question. This question can be solved in multiple approaches. This question can be solved in many ways. Another way, you can able to see here, a fruit seller had some apples. How many apples we don't know, we'll take it as 100%. Out of 100%, he sells 40% means remaining will be 60%. That 60% is 420. Very simple, we know that 60% is 420. Originally he had how many apples? Originally means total, that is 100%. Here very simple, what they are asking, if 60% is 420, 100% is how much? That's it. Now guys see, is it not in the form of ratio proportions? A is to B is same as C is to D. Your school level mathematics, maybe you have learned in your 7th standard or 8th standard maths. If there is any situation like this, A is to B same as C is to D, we know right, the product of midterms should always be equal to product of their extreme terms. So let us apply the same concept, that 420 into 100 should be equal to 60 into x. So finally it will be 60 into x will be equal to 420 into 100. So observe, it is in the same format. Then afterwards same calculation, same story continues. This is second way of doing it. There is one more approach to do this. What is that? We can go with answer options. We can go with answer options. If we go with answer options, what we have to do? We have to take one answer option and we have to check whether this is the right answer or not. To check that is the right answer, first of all we have to assume that is the correct answer. Suppose if I go with option A is 588. In this question we have to identify total number of apples. So in terms of percentage, total will always be 100%. We have to assume 100% as 588 because they are asking how many total apples. That is what we have to identify. If total apples is 588, total percentage is 100%. We have to assume 100% is 588. Now let's continue. If he sells 40% apples and still has 420 apples. Now 100% is 588 means 10% will be 58.8. Now if 10% is 58.8, if I do 60%, I have to do into 6. So 58.8 into 6 if I do, I don't know exactly what is the answer I will get, but definitely my answer will be in decimal. I will get some answer ending with 0.8, but 60% is how much? 420. 420 is a whole number, but here we are getting a decimal number, so that's why option A cannot be the answer. Let us go with option B. If option B is 600, I have to assume 100% as 600. I will assume 100% as 600. If 100% is 600, 10% is how much? For your understanding I am writing, otherwise without writing also you can do it. 10% is 60. If 10% is 60, 60% will be into 6. That is how much? 6 6 are 36, which means 60% is 360. Here we got 420. Are we getting 420? No. Option B cannot be. Similarly, if I go with option C, 100% is 672, 10% is 67.2, 60% will be into 6. My answer end with 0.2, but it should be 420. It should end with 0. So option C cannot be. Last one, let's go with option D. Let's check. So 100% is 700, 10% is 70. If 10% is 70, after selling 40%, he left with 60%, right? 10% is 70 means to identify 60%, let us multiply with 6. How much it is? So 6 7s are 42, 1 0. Observe, here we got 60% is 420. In question they have given 60% is 420. So this is the only option that is matching with the given data. So option D is the right answer. So this is third way of doing it. First method, second method, third method, these are all very lengthy approaches. These are all very lengthy approaches. We can solve this question in less than a minute. How to do it, sir? We can do like this. A fruit seller had some apples. He sells 40% apples, still has 420 apples. Originally he had how many apples? He had 100%. Out of 100% he sells 40%, means remaining is 60%. That 60% is how much? 420. That we already know. We have to identify total he had how much percentage. Total means 100%. So that 100% is how much? Guys, very simple. If you want to identify any percentage, you must know how to calculate 100%, 10%, 1% and 0.1%. With these values you can get any percentage. So from 60%, which percentage is easy to get? From 60%, can you get 10% easily, or 1% easily, or 100% easily, or 0.1% easily? We can get 10% easily, right? How? Very simple. Suppose from 100%, I have say 100%, I have say 300. How to get 10%? From 100, if I want to get 10%, I have to divide it by 10. 100 divided by 10 is 10. LHS should be equal to RHS. LHS I am dividing it by 10 means RHS also divided by 10. Now tell me, 100 divided by 10 is 10. So 300 divided by 10 is 30. So 100% 300 means 10% is 30. From 100% to get 10%, I have to divide it by 10. Similarly, from 60%, how to get 10%? Simply divided by 6. 60 divided by 6 is 10. LHS should be equal to RHS. So RHS also I have to divide it by 6. 42 divided by 6 is 7. Because 6 sevens are 42, 1 0 extra. Very simple. This will tell us 10% is 70. If 10% is 70, 100% is 700. That's it. The same way, if 60% is 420, 100% how much? Fifth approach, sixth approach. If 60% is 420, 100% how much? Guys, whenever you have this kind of situation, you can compare the numbers horizontally or vertically. So here let us compare it vertically. Vertically means like top to bottom. So percentage, let us cancel. 60 is there, 100 is there. You read it as, for 60 rupees if you get 420 chocolates, for 100 rupees how many chocolates? 60 and 100 are bigger numbers. So let us simplify it. Let me cancel 0, 0. So 6 and 10. Still can we simplify? Yes. So 2 3 times, 2 5 times. Now you treat it like this. For 3 chocolates 420 means for 5 chocolates how much? For 3 chocolates 420 rupees means what is the price of 1 chocolate? To get the price of 1 chocolate, just divide it by 3. 3 ones are 3, remainder is 1, 3 fours are 12, 1 0 extra. So 140 is the price of 1 chocolate. If I put 1 0 extra, that is the price of 10 chocolates. I want 5 chocolates price, just do half of it. So 1400 divided by 2, that is 700. Or else for 1 chocolate it is 140 means for 5 chocolates into 5, how much it is? 700. That's it. You can do like this also. In fifth approach we compared vertically. Let us go with next one. Let us compare horizontally. Horizontally means like this. Let us cancel 0 0 so that it is easy. For 6 chocolate 42 rupees means for 100 chocolates how much? 6 how many times 42? 6 sevens are 42. Here I am multiplying with 7 means here also I have to multiply with 7. So 6 sevens are 42, 100 sevens are 700. That's it. You will get an answer in only one step. Guys, if you follow these steps, definitely you can get answer in seconds. Thank you for watching.